favorite opponent because she's always so sincere and so great. And it's funny because we actually just said we matched up earlier this week in mixed doubles, and we seem to somehow always match up against each other. And she's she's fierce, she's wild, she's great, and it's good to see her with Jessie Irvine, a consistent player. So it's going to feel like a wall playing against these two.
For sure, for sure. All right, off to a quick start, 1-0.
Side out.
And I think the wind pushed that one a little bit, but of course you got to take into account the wind. And I today would be serving right in the middle of that serving box to make sure that if the wind does bad things, that you're going to be able to still get your serve in. I'm not sure if I've seen Krista Gecheva play before, so I'm excited to see what she brings to the table. As I was telling Michelle before the broadcast, I've seen her name in the win column quite a bit now against good teams, and so she's clearly an up-and-coming player.
Krista Gecheva, an MLP Challenger champion on the Dallas Pickleball team with Jill Braberman. But the thing is that she doesn't play all the PPAs, so we don't see her often here. But she is a great player, and I feel like she is still up and coming, almost like you mentioned.
1-1-1.
There's the wall from Jessie Irvine.
Jessie, like, whoa.
2-1-1.
There's a famous goalie who played for the San Jose Sharks named Arturs Irbe from Russia, and they used to say
2-1-2.
Everything came back, Leslie.
Everything came back. Yeah, and that last one was tough too. She got it wide, and it was the wind sort of took it for a little extra space, and Jessie got on it just like the last one. And second one in a row that Krista kind of had an unforced error off of. Wow.
Everything is coming back to Krista Gecheva. What do you think, Glenn Lucy?
I think that would be so frustrating. She hit 3 great balls in a row, and all 3 came back, and she ended up missing them. So she must be feeling like she's experiencing some bad karma here right now. And good wall.
A good switch up on the side of Christian and Gecheva as they stacked there.
1-4-1. Point.
And finally a miss from them. Had to happen at some point.
2-4-1.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, great take from Caitlin Christian coming over for the poach, putting on the line of Jessie Irvine.
So I also met Caitlin Christian like 7 years ago, maybe it was 6, at the Lakes tournament. And I'll tell you more about that in a moment.
Second, third.
So she, interesting fact about Caitlin Christian, she was the body double for the excuse me, the Billie Jean King character in the Battle of the Sexes movie,
3-4-2.
which told the story of Billie Jean King playing against Bobby Riggs. There's Bobby Riggs' name coming up again.
Maybe in 40, 50 years from now, they'll make a movie about how pickleball all started, and her name will be in there.
Could be, could be.
Someone will be her body double.
Oh, just missed there. And so I was talking to her yesterday, and I was joking to her on getting that goal.
Caitlin Christian has a very impressive resume, probably the most astounding on this court, all-around athlete. So after the timeout, let's see if Caitlin Christian, Krista Gecheva can tie things up here, or even get the side out.
Nice shot by Elise there, stepping in and
movement on the side of Jones and Irvine. They're very in sync. They know where their positioning is. Very nice. The speed up from Elise Jones and the put away.
Seven, 3-1. Second serve.
Nice high ball. Elise Jones would have made that one. Misses there.
7-3-2. Point. Eight, 3-2. Side out.
This just in. Due to the guidance from local authorities regarding threat fires in the region and allocation of emergency personnel to areas impacted by fires in Los Angeles, the Veolia Southern California Open, which was scheduled to happen in 2 weeks, has been canceled for the abundance of caution. And we appreciate our cooperation and everyone's cooperation on this and keeping those impacted in our thoughts during this difficult time. Again, fires have been wild here in Southern California with the high winds and the dry areas from the sun.
yeah, well, being 2 weeks out, that's surprising to me that they're already pulling the trigger on that. But
Yeah.
I guess a lot of things go into motion already,
Exactly.
and they want people to be able to plan ahead.
The Santa Ana winds here are no joke.
Point.
Off the net and in. A much needed point there for Gecheva and Christian.
4-8-2. Side out. Eight, 4-1. Second serve.
Jesse Irvine. So interestingly enough, we saw 2 high backhands being missed on the side of Irvine
8-4-2.
and Jones. Is that a spot that Christian and Gecheva are going to keep targeting here?
I think what happened on that last one was that
The wall. The wall.
the wall. Elise had made a move for that ball on the previous point, and I think Jesse got frozen by that. So I'm not sure it was necessarily the spot as much as it was just that they
Yes,
fooled
correct on 9.
Jesse. Yeah, we got some debris on the court here for sure. Things are blowing around. I see some bougainvillea leaves out there, and also a plastic bag. I'm not sure if I can reach that or not. I'll try.
And Gecheva and Christian looking to call the timeout, but they are not going to call it, so play will resume here.
That was a good fake right there.
A great spot from Jessie Irvine as she holds.
Yeah, I think Caitlin's probably got to take another step over and beyond that.
10-4-2. Side out.
Miss number 2 there from Elise. Not giving up hardly anything.
4-10-1.
There we go.
Point.
Nice slide there from Caitlin Christian.
Yeah, and she covered the middle on that one, right? Unlike what she did last time. And when you do that, good things happen. Thing is, if people go behind you, they're going cross court, so they can't hit the ball that hard that way. You can usually go and get it. Whereas if they hit the ball down the middle and you're not there, it's done. It's gone.
High shot there from Caitlin Christian. Jessie Irvine will take advantage for the put away.
Did you see what I did there? I meant to say it's gone, it's done, and I said it's done, it's gone.
The desert heat's getting to you.
It is, I know. It's this dry air. It's. I'm melting.
Speed up.
Beauty.
From Christian Gecheva sets Caitlin.
It was during a firefight, and the best players always know, you know what? Time to just reset that ball. I'm on a disadvantage here in this firefight. Let's go back to ground zero.
Off the net, a little unlucky there as Jessie Irvine cannot get her paddle.
I think match point for sure. I'm not sure about game points. All right. 7-10-2. And shake and bake. There is what we used to call it. And now they call it something else too. Crash, something in crash. What is it? Smash and crash?
Could be.
Wow. So all of a sudden, you can see they've got a new little strategy there, and Caitlin is feeling it.
So let's see if the return goes to Caitlin Christian so she doesn't take advantage of the poach, or maybe she'll poach off of her own shot. Let's find out here. Nice adjustment from Elise Jones, Jessie Irvine finding what was happening there. But I like that Caitlin Christian was coming in hot. I like that adjustment from her as well. Let's see if they can get the side out here. And the ball is just long off the paddle of Gecheva. Irvine Jones taking game number 1 after a little comeback there. And work is on the near screen on the right side. A little off pace, speed down into the ground from Elise Jones. I really like that Elise Jones made the adjustment right away and returned to Gecheva so that Christian couldn't crash off of Gecheva's third shot.
But she returned it to Gecheva, or she returned to Caitlin?
Oh, sorry, to Caitlin.
0-0-1.
Thank you. Desert's getting to me too, Glenn Lucy.
Yeah. Wow. Beauty.
Second serve.
Wow, that was sweet right there. And I mean, you could tell it was coming too. She kind of set up for it. And still, that's when you know it's a great shot. When the other team probably is aware of it, and still can't get a paddle on it.
Nice drive from Irvine. Nice spot there from Gecheva.
Really nice. And Elise covered it. She was there. But still, such a good shot that she couldn't keep it in play.
0-0-1.
That ball stays in as Jessie Irvine takes that ball well below the net and just gives it a little flick.
Yeah, it was a beauty right there. It's really tough if the ball's coming at your head to make a play on it
0-0-2.
and also not think that it's going to go out.
So there's a lot of things going on here, a lot of adjustments from both teams. Caitlin Christian has been doing a great job at coming over. So now what you see Jones and Irvine doing, or sorry, Jones and, yes, Irvine, is going behind Caitlin Christian, getting her away from the middle and seeing if they could set something up there when they have control over the kitchen line on the dink.
Good point. And I've noticed Caitlin, too, has been dinking almost exclusively middle. I think both of them are using that as a strategy. So we'll see if that continues here.
Nice pickup. To the middle is right, Glenn Lucy.
Right, there's the confusion that can happen. And when I first started playing, my buddy Rusty used to say, middle solves the riddle.
0-0-1.
It says 0-0 on the screen.
Point. One 0-1.
Defensive lob. That ball stays in. Oh. The call heard around the world.
The call heard around the world, yeah. And it's funny because I was there and I saw it and it looked out to me and most people I was standing with, but beauty. And a guy was filming it though from the court, and so he slowed it down and it looked like the ball was clearly in, way in even. And so it's just strange. And that's why I never make any calls anymore in pickleball.
You can't make any calls anymore. Everything stays in.
Everything's good. I rely on the honesty of my opponents.
It's tough. It's really tough because you think you see one thing, you have different angles, there's different things going on, and you think your opponent's a cheater, maybe you think they're not. Coming in hot, Gecheva.
Oh no! Yeah, that reminds me that you were one of the candidates on the King of the Court thing. Did you win that or not, or did you even hear about it?
I didn't hear about it.
Okay.
I stay out of the trauma as best as I can, even though it seems like I create a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, they were talking about, I think, I don't know whether it's the hook of the year or the drama of whatever it was.
0-3-2.
But I remember Jimmy Miller saying he thought you would win it. Of course, he was part of that too. but I don't remember whether it was actually who actually won it. And by win, of course, you don't really win anything, do you?
Oh, nice. Caitlin Christian doing a good job going middle. And she got the combo she wanted. These ladies are getting the combinations they're wanting, but on the last shot where it needs to be executed, they're missing into the net.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I told you about my buddy Rusty. That's another thing he used to say. He'd go, you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted.
Side out.
A little short on the reset there for the side out.
3-1-1.
They've got the lead, so looks like the adjustments they're making are working so far. Wow, wow. Beauty. And I'm sure Jessie was surprised to see that second ball coming back, but that doesn't mean she wasn't ready for it.
Two.
What a serve. Good pressure there on that serve. That's like
Hey,
a single serve.
hit your serves, no matter what, singles, doubles. I always tell people.
Second call, Donald Young.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Side out.
And a good side out there. Down by 3, ahead by 1 game.
That ball actually came right under our table here to me, and I realized I could have snuck in a Franklin or something.
Point.
Now Jones staying aggressive. I feel like in this wind, you have to stay aggressive with your footwork and with your shots. You can't be passive here. Got to be confident.
Uh-oh.
Point.
Another ball in the booth.
Aggressive footwork, is that when you walk right up to your opponent, get in their face?
Just getting in position to hit a really good ball.
Yes, he's coming to you, Krista.
Especially if the wind takes the ball, you got to keep staying on your toes, right?
Right.
Just like we mentioned before. What a shot.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Going behind
Oh
Jessie
my
Irvine.
God. No, you couldn't get that no matter what. Even if she was over there, she couldn't have gotten that. It was so beautiful. That was at least a foot inside the kitchen line, and we were right at the perfect angle to see it. Gorgeous shot. Beauty, beauty, beauty.
Side out.
And that's a smart shot there. She's not even, from where she was, there's a few male players that'll get that, but Jessie's definitely not the most mobile player. And so I really like that. Uh-oh. So doing some paddle adjustments there.
4-3-1.
Good spot.
Serve.
Forehand hip.
4-3-2. Side out. 3-4-1.
opponents, keeping each other on their toes. There's no pattern that's being executed. It's just different shot selections, you know, holding the preparation on the paddle to see where you want to go. This is amazing pickleball. This is fun pickleball here. This is just so much fun to watch.
It is. This is elite.
And what makes it so great is that for the most part, every point is so consistent. They're not over hitting shots. They're just being smart with placement. You know, checking where their opponents are, where your partner is.
Yeah, it's key, right? It's not just hitting the ball as hard as you can. It's hitting it with the right pace, the right location. Beautiful get. And she just went for a little bit too much of an angle there. The ref is going to play ball boy and go get it.
They were down on this side out, now ahead by 2 here.
Yeah, it's been a good run. I would expect a timeout after this if they lose another point. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that spot is going to work right there, especially because she was deceptive with it as well. Normally in pickleball, you're playing against, you know, remember Jeff Warnick used to tell me, don't lob those young, fast guys. Don't drop shot those young, fast guys. A drop shot's just like an invitation for them to come up to the kitchen.
4-6-1.
They're going to get it, and usually in one step.
Caitlin Christian saw both players well behind the baseline, which gave her the opportunity to go there on that one. So if you're wondering at home, when do I do that drop volley? Well, it's when both opponents are well behind the baseline and maybe some immobilization on the other end. But definitely if you're playing against higher level players, you gotta really execute that with precision. Jesse Irvine with the loud out.
Freeze your opponent, right? They're scared to death, and they're like, stop.
Time in.
Back from the timeout, ahead by 2. Elise Jones, Jesse Irvine with an exceptional run here. Ball stays in. Drop volley again. Caitlin Christian, Krista Gecheva. They earn the side out. Nope, they earn the second server possession. My goodness.
They still earned something. Oh, no. No. All right, they got to stop them here. They don't want to go down 8-4.
Side out.
Side out. They got to make up some points here. I feel like they got to get at least a couple back right here to stay in this.
Great return.
And looked like a bad bounce there.
4-7-2. Let. Reserve. 4-7-2. Point.
Elise Jones looking for the counter, but that ball sails just long.
All right, they got one of the 2 points that I said was mandatory here.
Gust of wind. And a big put away there from Krista. Or switch stack.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see.
6-7-2.
Probably not going to do it, but I want to see it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different, right?
Side out.
I would like to see many things. After the next point, I will provide a small list.
7-6-1.
And there it is. There's a stack on serve. Ooh, what a nice and deep serve from Jessie Irvine.
And I'm trying to figure out, I know there have been some bad bounces here on the courts. I'm not sure whether that was the court or the wind or both, but it's really frustrating.
I see it from the wind, definitely from the wind. The gust picks up so quickly and unexpectedly. Lisa's there. Jessie's there. The drop volley again. The lob.
Wow, is that a beautiful shot right there.
Second serve.
Caught her completely off guard from where she thought it was going. Beautiful point, beautiful play. The only thing wrong there was that Caitlin drop volleyed the wrong person.
8-6-2.
And now it's very expected, the drop volley from Caitlin Krishna. She's attempted it 3 times.
Side out.
Yeah, well, you gotta be able to do something about it though, right? And Jessie's just not that fast, so she's going to be looking for it. Can she get to it?
6-8-1.
Wow. I love that off-pace shot from Elise Jones. And I'm telling you, players are always anticipating and expecting that ball to come super fast. So when you give them nothing, it's like, how do you prepare for that?
Yeah, and I've never developed that in my game to hit like the off-speed shot when I'm supposed to hit it hard.
The deception from Elise Jones.
Part of that is, of course, it's just so fun to hit it hard. And that's just a beautiful location right there. Perfect speed.
Eight, 6-1.
What a get. Off the net again. Off the bounce for the speed up. Elise Jones executes it so nicely there.
Yeah, that was a beauty. Threaded the needle right there, because they both kind of were covering middle, and it still went right through there without anybody getting a paddle on it.
Point.
Wow, she really worked it, got exactly what she wanted, and then just went for a little bit too much there. And looked like they were going to take another timeout. Maybe they don't have one. Maybe they do. It's a mystery.
10-6-1.
It's match point.
Nice resets. The digs were so good.
Match point.
One more match point here for Irvine and Jones.
10-6-2.
Yeah. Fought it off, fought it off.
Six, 10-1. Second serve. 6-10-2. Point.
All right, slowly but surely, Christian Gecheva closing the gap here in game 2. Can they tie things up?
7-10-2. Point.
Miscommunication in the middle from Jones and Irvine. Not the first time we've seen that here in this match.
8-10-2.
Oh, no.
Side out.
That one hurts. Not a good time there for an
Match
unforced
point.
error.
I wanted to see Christian there being aggressive like she was at the end of game number 1, where they
10-8-1.
closed the gap there in game 1, but here we are with the 3rd match point. Jessie coming to the middle and goes behind Caitlin Christian for the match. Irvine, Jones move on to the quarterfinals.
Very sweet shot to finish it. Well, that's a very good, entertaining match.